Hi everyone, and welcome to Power Plays. I'm Harry, and today we're going to be taking a look at Flemington Hospital. So Flemington is our sixth hospital of the series so far. We've managed to get 3 stars on every other one. So let's jump straight in, and I'll show you how to get the first out of 3 stars on Flemington. So Flemington has pretty much every illness we've discovered so far. So we're going to need a chromotherapy lab, a deluxe clinic, a fracture ward, injection room, PANS lab, pharmacy, psychiatry, ward, and a pest control room, which is going to be a brand new illness which we're going to unlock. And you can see at the bottom there, I suggest we focus our research and marketing on an illness that's been plaguing the area for a while, animal magnetism. So from the top, welcome to Flemington, a wealthy town where people have more money than sense, and I think we can make a killing here, pardon the expression, if we can get ourselves a marketing license. We can use marketing campaigns to improve our reputation, attract more patients, and recruit better staff. So we're also unlocking the marketing room. I'll show you how that works later, but essentially you can run a marketing campaign to boost your reputation, to attract more patients to the hospital of a certain illness, or to speed up the recruitment time for new staff. So I'm going to pause off the bat, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build a research room. Now don't worry about the research room, we're actually going to get rid of it straight away. So really basic, but what that does now is that unlocks the pest control. So I'm going to sell the room, and I'm going to jump straight back to the map. Because what I want to do is I actually want to do this research in Mitten University. This way, we don't need to wait around waiting for researchers, hiring really expensive researchers, because researchers always cost more money, and it will take time to do the research. Whereas we already have a fully functioning research lab, lots and lots of staff. I think we've got 5 staff members. So we should be able to push this through fairly quickly. And then once we've done the research, we'll have unlocked the pest control room, and we can push on to getting that first star. So let's just jump in straight here and start this project. And I'm just going to drop all my researchers in here because I want to get this done as quickly as possible, although they're probably tired. I'm just going to ignore everything else. I don't really care about, ignore everything else for now, and hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Yeah, you can see it's absolutely flying along. So once we've kind of sorted out all this out, we're going to need to get our hospital value up to 1 million, a reputation of 70%, cure 10 animal magnetism patients, and launch a marketing campaign. And once we've done all that, we will get our first start. It's not going to be too hard, especially since we could launch a marketing campaign on on animal magnetism, and then get more patients come in. So I have unlocked the animal magnetism research, so I'm just going to jump straight back into Flemington, and we can actually start building the hospital up. So this hospital, we're going to make a lot of money, and as you kind of saw from the intro, everyone's really wealthy. So although I always make a lot of money and I always bump the prices up straight away, they're not going to complain as much. But you do still need to keep an eye on what you're doing, because you don't want your reputation to sink too low. So what I tend to do is boost them up right at the very start, and then when I'm getting towards the criteria for like 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, etc., I will then lower the prices and run a marketing campaign. So you can see there, we've completed the pest control research project, and now all we need to do is diagnose a patient with animal magnetism. So, whilst I still remember, I'm going to bring the threshold down to 85%, fast track the treatment, and promote staff automatically. And then for prices, I'm just going to bump everything up, although we haven't really well, we haven't diagnosed anyone at all, so we're not going to have the option to bump up all our prices just yet, because you only can bump up prices of illnesses you've actually discovered and diagnosed in each hospital. So let's build a GP's office. As you know, I like to build my GP's offices like this. So do a nice 4x3. You can fit in a nice medicine cabinet there. I'm kind of doing it the other way around at the moment. Fit in a radiator there. And the filing cabinet just tucked in right there we go. This is going to allow us to plaster the room with medicine cabinets. Medicine cabinet, as you guys will already know, is going to boost up the diagnosis and treatment skills in the room by 1%. Now, as this is a diagnosis room only, we don't really care too much about the treatment. Oh, you can see me having a nice little battle there, trying to make sure this fits in. Yeah, we don't really care too much about the treatment side, but we do for the diagnosis side. They do cost a decent amount of money, but I like to make sure they're there because early on our staff are not trained up. I mean, you've heard me give you this speech before, but the staff aren't trained up, and this way it will give us the best chances of diagnosing our patients and treating them. You need to have a good diagnosis level so you can treat the patient. It does directly impact. So the only thing I'm missing after just putting 2 more down is the nice rug I like to put in. Not needed, but I just like to put the rug in just to make the place look a bit nicer. And the gold Star Wars. So you can see that's pushing up the prestige of the room quite nicely. I'm just dotting them around just to make sure that it's even, so we have the attractiveness of the room up, and there we go, we have a level 5 GP's office. And let's see who we can hire. So let's get an assistant first. So assistants, the perfect assistant for me will be level 1, 2 and 3 customer service, so that's that one, stamina training and motivation. So here we can see we've got one with no skills. I don't mind with no skills. That means I can train them exactly how I want. I'd rather have a no skill than a wasted skill like this. Emotional intelligence, for me, it'll be a wasted skill. So I'm going to, but I'm not going to hire this one just because they're grumpy and they're unhygienic. This one has toilet rage. Gets angry whenever they need the toilet, but they're also tireless, so they work harder before needing a break, and they have the stamina training, so I'm definitely going to hire this one. In terms of a GP, we don't really have any doctor which is suitable, in my opinion, for the GP's office. GP's office for me should be completely blank or just have the GP skill. So next best thing is going to be this diagnosis skill. So we either get the nasty class clown or we get the grumpy litterer. I'm going to hire the grumpy litterer for now, purely because they've got the psychiatry skill, so I may put them in the psychiatry for a tiny bit. Alright, we've got those 2 in. What else do we need? We need a staff room. So I'm going to stick that in the corner here. Door in the middle, 3 sofas, get the punching bags in as well. I like to have this as a 4x3 purely because I tend to hire a lot of staff and therefore I need the larger staff rooms. Get a snack machine in there as well as a drink machine, a nice little rug, and don't forget a radiator. I'm going to use the large radiator this time, just because I'm fine for the space. And I'll just plop 2 bins in there, and then we get to gold star the room up. So we're at prestige level 4 for now. We want to get this up to level 5 because it's going to make sure that our staff are in there for less time, they're happier, and they come out with bags of energy. So there we go, we got a staff room in. We're missing a toilet, and I would really like to build a training room as well. So toilets 4x2. You can sneak 3 in there. You can get a hand dryer just there. You can then, if I can find them, get sink here, sink here, sink there. You can fit a nice little small radiator here. You can actually fit a large, well, not a large radiator, a normal size radiator in as well. So just stick that up against the corner, and then let's drop some gold stars in just to get that prestige up. I'm not too fussed about getting it all the way up, so I'm not going to try and plaster the walls completely, but there we go. We have the toilets. Last room I'm going to build is the training room. And I'm going to build the training room in the hope that we get some staff with no skills and we can get them trained up straight away. So let me just turn the view. I only like to have 3 chairs in here because that's going to dictate the number of staff members you can train at any one time. I only go for 3 just to save the room, and it's very, very rare, if at all. I've never done it, but you might for some reason do it. Train more than 3 staff at any one time in the same skill as well. You must be hiring a lot of people and already have a lot of staff just to cover up the hole that those 3 staff will leave. And as always, guys, you can check out my room guide playlist, and you'll see me go in depth into all of these rooms, tell you why I build them as I do, and give you alternate options, which also covers the minimum size requirements, just in case you're really pushed for space. So let's drop a radiator in just there, and let's get those encyclopedic bookcases in. Now these cost a lot of money, 4,000 a pop. So you can see the cost of this room is absolutely skyrocketing. So I'm not going to kit it fully out straight away. I'm just going to do enough just to make sure that our training goes fairly quick. Let's leave it there. So that's 82k, so quite a bit of money. Who else do we? So we need a janitor. Let's get a... Yeah, let's get rid of this one. Let's get this janitor in. Ooh. And... Oh yeah, I'm not going to hire that janitor. Don't need them for now. Get rid of that. This nurse. I will hire this nurse, and I'm going to get them straight in for a pharmacy training. Let's go for a pharmacy training. Hopefully our first patient needs the pharmacy. And you should be able to see down here we have the pest control room, and it's going to be a nurse that needs to work in there. So while we're waiting, let's get some drinks machines out. So let's get a luxury, if I can say the word, drinks machine out. Let's stick a snack machine over here, and then let's make sure we're sticking a bin just to make sure that we don't have litter everywhere. The hospital is in a cold area, so we do need to make sure that we are heating the place. And this filter is really handy just for checking that out, to be honest. I could use large radiators and use less of them. So you can see there, this place is nice and toasty now. And we have our first trained staff. So I'm going to grab this janitor and get them straight in for a mechanics level 2. And now, while we wait for all this to go, we just have a quick look. We can see that there are quite a few plots for us to buy. So, lots of expanding available. I think there's 7. Yeah, we've got quite a lot. Alright. So, we're not getting any diagnosis because our doctor isn't that good. So, I'm just going to send them home for now. And hope that, yes, that we get a good doctor. So this guy's going to go straight in for training. Boring. I'll take them anyway. And so is that nurse when the opportunity arises. I'm also then going to hire that assistant because they had motivation, so they will fit the need or the requirements that I have for assistants. And I'm going to be doing videos on how you want specific staff members, so do look out for that playlist. That's going to be coming out. And it'll show you what's the different types of janitors, assistants, doctors, and nurses, and how you should train them, and the benefits to running it this way. So, done. Let's get that doctor in. Let's get them trained in GP. And hopefully now, after that training's done, we should be able to start diagnosing some patients. Let's have a look at what nurses we've got now. So, don't want this one. I will take that nurse. So what we can actually do is we could consider building a ward, because a ward is going to not only serve as a treatment room for us, but it will serve as a diagnosis room too. Oh, that's, do I want it that close? Yeah, no, I will have it that close. That's fine. We can fit a pharmacy just right. I'll push it up and we can fit a pharmacy in. So we can fit 2 screens in, because the amount of beds that I want to put in, we want to make sure that we have enough screens and there isn't a backlog there. So you can either space them out one by one, just like that, making sure you can have medicine cabinets. That way you can fit nice 5 beds in there. Or you could, if you just squeeze this one up, you can see there, we can fit another bed in there. There we go. So we can now bang in some medicine cabinets. That radiator is going to automatically sell because we're going to no longer need it. Oh yeah, we can't put it there, and we can't put it there because that's going to block all the space. I'm actually, I'm going to get rid of that bed because we do not need it right now. And what I would rather is, I'd rather just be able to slot in these medicine cabinets, just making sure that we can bump up the chances of treatment and diagnosis early on. Stick a radiator in. What you can actually do is you could get rid of one of those medicine cabinets and stick a radiator in. I'm just going to put one right here. In fact, I'm going to put a large radiator in right there. There we go. Last but not least, make sure you get those gold stars in. So I just like to put them above each bed, just so the patient knows that there is some gold star behavior going on in this hospital. And that is it. Sell that invalid item and done. I'm actually just going to, no, I'll leave it there. But I am going to build, when I have the money, a pharmacy. So hopefully that doctor is going to get trained pretty shortly. So I'm going to make sure that they only work in the GP's office. I want this nurse only in the pharmacy. Assistants, I don't care at the moment. I'll take, well, I'm not going to have any news agents, and I've not unlocked the marketing room yet, so don't need to worry about that. And I've only got one janitor right now, so they're going to do everything. And yeah, we are making a loss at the moment, guys. But that will not last for long. I'm not going to accept this emergency because I don't have a psychiatry at the moment and I can't actually build one. So let's keep it like that for now. We've got our training done in general practice. Hopefully we're going to start seeing some money come in. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of bother. I'm going to get that patient to wait. Hopefully they need a pharmacy, and that's exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping that we'd get just a tad bit of money so we can build this pharmacy. Now, as always, I like my pharmacy a 4x3. I'm not going to be able to build this pharmacy exactly how I want it because I don't have the cash, but we will get to that very, very shortly. Is this going to fit in? No, I'm going to have to fit it in another way. So I'm going to put a few medicine cabinets down. And by a few, 2. But we've got our pharmacy. We should have that nurse that can go in the pharmacy, drop them in, and hopefully we should get some cash from curing these 2 patients. Let's bump that money up. 23 grand for treating this. 23k. Here we come. Let's hope it's successful, just for the patient's sake. But oh, that was a different one. This one should be 23k then, I'm guessing. Still a decent amount of money. What did we just treat then? No idea. But money's going to roll in. So you can see, money's coming in now. There we go, 19.2k apparently. Ah. Money is money, right? So, don't need any more assistants. I've already got 2. I would take that. I would have taken him, but he was grumpy, so I wasn't too keen. And I don't like a lazy janitor either. So I'm just going to keep things the way they are. What I am going to do though is I'm going to take this nurse and stick them in for ward training. Could have stuck the other one in there as well, but that would mean all my nurses were off the floor. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Yeah, leave it for now because I kind of need them. But what I will do though is just when this one's about to finish, I will drop one in and the other one will go to work essentially, so that doesn't waste too much time. I'll accept the 100k challenge. So you can see there, 50%. It's a good way of tracking if you want to just do what I'm doing here, so we can see when it starts to get in the, say, 80, 90 area. So like now, I'll pick them up, drop them in here. So they now start learning ward management. Cost us that 5 grand, completely fine. But now we have a trained ward nurse. Still need more though. Still need more. Ah, yes, we have another GP. Perfect. So now I can take now I can actually get rid of that doctor because I really did not like that doctor. So see you later. Also got a nice weird gap here. I'm just going to pause just for a second because I would like to drop the medicine cabinets in. We've got quite a bit of money now, so we should drop them in, get those treatment rates up. Although treatment is not going to be not a requirement as such for this hospital to get the level up, not like we have in the other hospitals, but cure rates do affect your reputation, and reputation in this hospital is going to be a big thing. At some point we're going to need a 90% reputation, so that is going to be a bit tricky, but we'll get there. We won't really have that much of an issue doing it, but we shall see. So just squeeze in these medicine cabinets. Get there eventually. I really wish you could save, and Sega, if you're listening, do take me up on this. I really wish you could save template rooms and then just drop them in. That would be fantastic. We're able to squeeze a radiator in. I think we are able to. Probably have to take. Oh, there we go. I knew we could squeeze one in somewhere. And let's just drop some gold stars in. Get that prestige up. Make sure they're dotted around so that the whole room is attractive. And that is that pharmacy done. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Teacher, but they are gross. Teacher, but are gross. Let's see what the next one is when they come in. And then I'll make a decision. Grumpy. No. Alright. Get another janitor in. That janitor can be, essentially, will be our cleaner. And we don't need another assistant for now. But we are starting to get quite a few patients needing psychiatry. So I'm going to be on the lookout for a psychiatrist. A good psychiatrist, that is. And we will get that sorted. So I'm just going to bump up the prices. You can see that they all come from this helipad here, including the VIP. And something that I did not do is put in the extra staff. So I got that extra staff member in. Hopefully we will get some good staff. And we should get that 100k challenge done. Yes, we have a doctor, which is great. So I'm going to drop them in, get them trained in psychiatry straight away. What have we got? We got a good nurse. It's not a great nurse. Fine. Fine. So for now, could really do with an extra nurse. GPs are doing good. The GP situation's good, and we could do with another doctor for our psychiatry. Need another nurse for the pharmacy, and yeah, definitely need 2 more nurses at least for our ward. Good with assistants, and kind of good with janitors for now. It'd be great if we could get a janitor to upgrade our drug mixer. But I'm not too worried. We're getting that psychiatry training in. We're definitely killing off all our emergency patients, so we're 2 for 2. Well, we're 2 and 2 at the moment. 3 and 2. Really hope none of them turn ghosts, actually. I didn't think about that. We do not have a ghost doctor, janitor at the moment. But let's get the lovely Dr. Karen Tiger trained in general practice. No, I'm not going to train both of them at the same time. I'm going to do that thing that I did earlier, where I'm going to pick them up and drop them in when they're close to being ready. So let's see. Oh yeah, that is a really good treatment nurse. That nurse is going to be great for Animal Magnetism. That's probably the best nurse I've seen in a long time. So I'm going to let them be in the pharmacy for now. Clown Clinic, Chromotherapy Lab, and the Pest Control. For now, these ones should only be in the ward and the fracture ward, and this one only in the pharmacy. Emergency a success, 4 out of 6 patients. Happy days. And what now? What now? I'm going to hire them, although they are grumpy.
If you're unlucky enough to get sick, my advice, don't turn to
come on, let me pick them up, drop them in just before it's too late.
Hospitals are well equipped. It's true.
Get them to wait, because I am going to build a psychiatry just now, because I did just hire an extra doctor and I'll get them trained in psychiatry. So I'm going to sit the couch as close to the door as possible just so they can drop in. And as this is both a treatment and a diagnosis room, we definitely want some medicine cabinets. These like medicine cabinets, I just have them in every single room I can. Whenever there's an option to have them in, I've definitely got them in. I think the bookcases and the gold stars, they're the metas of the game. That's really how you get a very good hospital. That along with well-trained staff, of course. Come on. I hate it when they get sticky like that. It's just for no reason. This is why this game, I can imagine, I do not know because I do not have a PC, but this game would be so much better on the PC. I can imagine you don't have these issues and you can just click and drop. Any of you guys play on the PC? Let me know. I'd be really interested in knowing how it goes. Oh. And this is painful for me as well, so if you're thinking, wow, this is painful, how do you think I feel? I'm having to do it. So after we've got this psychiatry built in like the next year or two, I'm going to get that doctor trained in psychiatry, so then I have 2 of them in. There we go. Now we're talking. Get them both trained just so I can have a nice rotation in there. And I'm hoping at some point soon, so you can see we can't actually build one there because that's going to block everything off. But do you know what? Let's just leave it there. We do need a radiator, but we can fit one more just in there. We do need a radiator. So let's just stick it right there by the chair. That means the staff member and our patient are definitely going to be nice and toasty. So finally, bang some gold stars down. As always, make sure you're getting a good cover because you want to make sure that all parts of the room are tagged as attractive. And there we go. We have our psychiatry done. Another nurse. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, we're getting some good opportunities for training staff at the moment. This nurse, I'm going to train this one for the ward. I had to think there. Yeah, we got that GP trained. This GP is just being trained now. And yeah, it's going pretty well at the moment. Just waiting for someone to come in with Animal Magnetism, so then we can actually start working towards getting that first star. Although we'll be quite far away along the way. There we go. There we go. Animal Magnetism right there. You can see them. All the little animals attached to them. So we want to diagnose that patient, and that's going to get us on our way to unlocking our first star. Oh, it's a training course complete, right? I heard them say training course complete. There we go. Drop them in, get them trained in psychiatry, and then I will be able to in a bit tag that doctor to psychiatry. And here we go. Let's see if we get a diagnosis first time. Yes, we do. 100% diagnosis. Great trained staff, great rooms. What can I say? So, great news. The 2 Point Health Ministry has granted us with a marketing license. This will allow us to run marketing campaigns to improve our reputation and attract more patients and staff to the hospital, building a marketing room, and hire or train an assistant with a marketing qualification to run the campaigns. Alright, so let's just pause it. As I said before, hospital value of 1 million, reputation of 70%, cure 10 patients with animal magnetism, and launch a marketing campaign. So let's get the animal magnetism done straight away, and you can see we've got a marketing room just there. So I'm going to build this pest control room, so it has to be 4x4. Yeah, let's stick it there, and this is really fun. So the patient is essentially you'll be able to see from the footmarks, the patient's going to go just there, just in front, and we're going to shoot them with a cannon. So I'm just going to make sure that this is, I mean, it was completely fine there. There we go. And I'm going to stick a fire extinguisher in there. I'm going to stick a large radiator in there, make sure it covers everything, and then get those gold stars placed. Get that prestige up, make everyone happy. There we go. And this is the time where I actually really would like a janitor who can upgrade machines. Haven't unlocked the upgrade for that yet. Probably now we could head over to Mitten University and do that upgrade, but for now let's just wait and see what happens with this. I want to watch this one.
So I have a new
It's quite
hobby
funny.
now.
So you can see patient comes over here, so we probably want to flip this actually, this
Not as easy to catch as you
machine.
think.
Probably want to flip the machine around, and we got a cure. So we cured 1 out of 10 already. So we flip this round. Move the radiator first. Flip this round, what it'll mean is that the patient can just jump straight in. There we go. Sorry, patient, you got kicked out, but you're cured. Got that upgrade happening. We got that one being trained. Don't need them, don't want them. We do need a marketing assistant coming out soon, so let's keep an eye out for them. That system wouldn't be too bad actually. They've already got level 2 and they're motivated. They're hangry though. Let's see. Ooh, they would have been good not that long ago. And I think, have we? They will be perfect. Hygienic. And they can work in our pharmacy. Done. And then we can take this one off the pharmacy and they can focus purely on those treatment. So I am training that nurse in, I was wondering what why did I hire that person for the ward? Because we still need a few more people for the ward, especially when we start to upgrade our hospital and just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Definitely going to need more. See if we can go the 90 days without a death challenge. I don't like this little path, like just little empty space there. Drop an arcade machine in just to make sure that people aren't getting too bored. I'm not going to drop it there actually because I don't want it to disrupt the queue. Put it in there. I'm going to hopefully cure someone else with Animal Magnetism. Now you can actually see that our reputation is starting to go down, and that's just because of the prices that we have set. So do not worry, we are going to fix that. Let's get rid of these. What you can see though is we have a marketing assistant. There we go. So that assistant can work in the marketing room. So let's build a marketing room. I don't often build a marketing room, I'm going to be honest, but they can be fairly handy. So just stick those in the corner, doesn't really matter too much. We got a large radiator in there, and I am gonna just plaster the walls with some gold stars because the assistant is going to be hopefully in this room quite a bit. So room for one more. There we go. So we have a marketing room and we can launch a marketing campaign. So as I said, you can launch marketing campaigns for different things. We can launch marketing campaigns to get better staff. illnesses, so animal magnetism. We need to cure 10 people with animal magnetism, could be an idea. And then general marketing, which is going to boost our reputation. So what am I going to do? I am going to, I think I want a staff. Let's see, do we have a ward one? We do not have a ward one. I'm going to do a nurse campaign, and if you click right and left, you can see how long you can change it for. It does increase the cost. You can see the cost down there. I'm going to do a nice little 6-month one. I'm going to get that assistant. They're the only ones that can, I only want them working in the marketing room. And what we should be able to do, so you can see that, start a marketing campaign, we click on the desk, all fine. Everything that I've just said. But what we can do now, so you can see that 20 days, 19 days, it's taking its time. But when we, I don't get why they didn't jump in there straight away, but when we drop the marketing assistant in there, you can see very quick. So we can get those nurses in. I'm going to get this one done in ward management as well. And you can see it's going a lot quicker than the 20 days. And we've got our first marketing campaign done. So we've ticked off that requirement. Next one I'm probably going to do is Animal Magnetism. And then I'm going to move on to Reputation. So I'm not going to hire that one purely because they're a litterer. And there's something else negative as well. But let's see what awards we get first. Not too many. 4. Definitely room for improvement. But I've got confidence in us. We'll get there. So you can see you get a bit of a reputation boost when you win certain awards. And we need to get our hospital value up, but that will come when we start to make more monies. Nope. Send patient for treatment. And we discovered a new illness, which is one of the harder illnesses for a pharmacy. Yeah, let's do it just like that. So let's see who we can hire. So yeah, we can hire this nurse. Pause it a sec. Pause it a sec. Hire that nurse in. Don't need that janitor. Don't need that assistant. Haven't got a doctor. So let's just have a look at what the state of affairs are. I'm going to get that doctor trained again in Psychiatry 2. Brilliant. And I'm just going to drop this one in the Psychiatry because we're starting to get a bit of a queue there. So a bit of a backlog in our Psychiatry. And it's probably because it's being used for a diagnosis place as well. We have 4 nurses for our ward, so we've got pretty good cover here. And I would like to train that nurse in treatment. So for now, I'm just going to say you can't do anything. I will train you in treatment at some point soon, I promise. And off we go. Well, that's our no death challenge for the year gone. That should have reset. There we go. I was waiting for that to reset. Drop them in there. Grey's Anatomy, chromotherapy. Send them home for now. But what I am going to do is I'm going to buy a plot. So let's just have a look at what we have. It's a pretty nice shape there. It's quite close to the helipad. This one. So I'm going to go for this one here. Plot 4. It's like, what, that's $58 per square meter. So it's pretty good. It's going to be one of the cheaper ones that we get. I hope that doesn't mean that there is a fire. Drop that nurse in. Nope, no deluxe clinic. So you can see we're getting nurses in quite quickly. Don't want an expensive one though. Why do I want a janitor that is also a litterer? Surely that's counterproductive. We are, though, going to need another psychiatry. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to move our rooms that we do not need in this area. So, for example, the marketing room and the training room. They don't have to be in that area. So I'm just going to stick them there for now. And I'm going to copy those toilets and stick them in there because they fit quite nicely. And eventually we're going to build out this room a bit more. So what do we need? We need another psychiatry. So I'm just going to drop that in there. Now we have 2. Do need more psychiatrists though, just to be able to deal with that.
Doctor to psychiatry, please.
So let's hope we get one soon. And you can see that the nurse has now gone to quite a slow pace.
But here's the weather report.
And that's because the assistant isn't actually in the room. Now what you can do is you can also cancel a campaign. Now you don't get your money back, so just know that when you do it. I don't need any more nurses, but I would like a psychiatrist. So I'm going to put a psychiatrist training for 3 months. I'm going to pick up and drop the assistant in there, and hopefully this is going to result in us getting a psychiatrist quicker. I mean, we definitely need a janitor that has the ghost trait, because we're going to get stung by that pretty soon. Ooh, we've got an empty training room. You know I don't like an empty training room. Let's drop them in, and let's get that treatment training started, and then let's also drop in this pharmacy nurse to get them trained in treatment as well. So hopefully what this is going to do is this is going to get us a psychiatrist pretty quick. You can see our hospital values going up. Our reputation is definitely not. Let's upgrade that machine. Hopefully a psychiatrist. There we go, psychiatrist. Job is a good one.
Doctor required in GP's office.
Got another psychiatrist there. Please don't be going to the GP's office though. Yeah. And ideally, I'd like to hire another. Promote 3 staff. I would happily promote 3 staff if I had the staff. Drop that one in there. And yeah. Hopefully we get another psychiatrist in pretty sharpish. We definitely got enough ward nurses now. See a ward nurse, hire a ward nurse. Come on, get another psychiatrist off, and then we can start to do our animal magnetism. So then we can boost the... no. Maybe the next one. We'll be able to boost the number of patients we're treating in animal magnetism, which would be great. Is that training course done? Oh wow, that were quick. So we've got a spot here. Yes, I am going to train them in there. Get that done early. Pow, pow, pow. Cured another one, so we're nearly halfway. Get a janitor in there just to get that serviced.
Don't mind me. I just like talking into a microphone.
And we're in the final month of our campaign. Hopefully this one's going to spit out a psychiatrist, and then what I'm going to do is... should I boost reputation or boost animal mag? I'm going to boost reputation first, just because we're tanking a bit on that reputation, right? So I'm just going to bring that down to 40%. We're pretty good for money at the moment. I will take that. I will take that. Emergency. Just going to drop him in the
Assistance required.
staff room just because I want to pick them up straight away as soon as they're ready. Because they're a lazy one, so you need to keep your eye on them. Energized, pick them up, drop them in, all good.
Training course
Yeah.
complete. Class
It's going to be a close one, I think, that for that emergency. We'll see if we get them all done. No extra psychiatrist for us. Still no decent janitor. Don't need another assistant. All fine, but we do have another training slot. So about time we train some more of our nurses. So I'm going to get those two trained. The other one was working. Yeah, basically we're just going to take it from here. Hospital value is going to naturally grow as we get more money. We're going to get more and more people coming in for Animal Magnetism. So we can see we've got another one there. And it should all just sort itself out. Marketing campaign done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause here. And I'm going to get a large reputation campaign going. 9 months. We spent a lot of money on that, so let's hopefully watch that reputation skyrocket. Broken face. Fracture ward. Interesting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nurses. I mean, we definitely could do a fracture ward. I'll send them home for now, but we've definitely something to take into account. Oh, our hospital value dipped there quite a bit. I guess we're not making as much money. We'll sort that out. So we've got a nurse going in there. Let's just check. Did I tag that one back? There we go.
Training course complete. Class
Get
dismissed.
them in all the treatment areas. Yeah, we're all good here. Let's see who else we can train. I'm gonna get them trained because we could hopefully still use the nurse, the training staff member that is already there. So you can see our reputation is now slowly starting to go up.
Nurse, please go to the pharmacy.
But unfortunately we didn't cure that patient, so not good for us. Finally get that. I swear that's taken a long time. Finally get that machine upgraded. And how are we doing with our... Oh yeah, we're doing really well with our emergency. Let's see. There we go. 6 out of 7. Not bad at all. So you can see our reputation starting to creep up now. We were on 6, slowly getting up. That's going to help us out a lot. So you can see we are just slowly getting there. We're just letting it, the hospital just run itself. Hospital value ticking right up. Reputation's ticking up there. Mood poisoning, injection room. No, not ready for the injection room yet. Got that training done. So I'm going to train the psychiatrist. We're going to need them. Don't want them. Don't want them. Don't want them. So that doctor, for me, I'm actually going to train them to be a GP. And that's because, instead of a psychiatrist, that's because I'm going to build another GP's office relatively soon. I'm going to move this over here, push that to the side, and then build a GP's office.
Anything deposited in a bin is now hospital property.
There we go.
No
30%.
rummaging.
Cure 10 pages. So you can see, yeah, we're getting a Q. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that there for now. I'm going to wait for this one to be true. Oh, no, I'm not going to stick it there for now. I'm going to stick it here. That patient's been treated, so I am going to move this. Bit of just jigsaw moving around. There's yeah, we're good here because there's no one really in there. And then the final piece of the puzzle. No, there we go. We can just stick this right here. Ha, perfect.
Nurse, please go to the pharmacy.
So I'm going to pick that staff member up because that training's nearly that shows the psychiatry symbol, but we definitely did a marketing campaign, a large marketing campaign. So you can see our reputation is going up, so we know it's definitely happening. So I'm going to drop them in there and get them trained to be a GP. So I chose to do the marketing campaign, the general marketing campaign first, but feel free to go ahead and do the Animal Magnetism one first. It doesn't really matter. Either way, we're going to have to get them both done. So, I am going to cut the video here. I know we're not quite at 1 star yet, but I will continue it over in the next video. I'm conscious this has been nearly an hour now. We had quite a bit of a long intro, so we had to get through that, moving from hospital to hospital. So I'm going to get this done in the next video. So we will get to 1 star. We need to boost our reputation up by 50%, cure 5 more animal magnetism patients if I can talk, and get our hospital value up to 1 million, which won't be hard at all. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos just like this. Bye for now.